What a season FC Barcelona had. See, we know Barcelona to be this historic, amazing, European monstrous team, a giant, a mega force. But many of us thought they were going into a rebuild situation. We saw players leaving the club like Dembele. We saw managers getting sacked like Xavi. And then all of a sudden, a man named Flick steps in and everything changes. Rafinha starts playing his best football ever. Lamine Yamal turns into this wonder kid, this superstar that we all think, could this be like the next Messi, Ronaldo type player? Even Lewandowski starts scoring. Pedri gets back to Pedri type things, and Barcelona's back to being a dominant force, a big European monstrous team. Many of us thought they would go to the Champions League final, but that got cut short as they ran into the Italian stallions that go by the name of Inter Milan. But going into season 2 under Flick, there's rumors going around again that Lamine Yamal and his best friend Nico Williams could be reunited at Barcelona. Many people saying this could happen, this could really be a thing. It looks like it could happen. It almost happened last year, but we're here to say, yo, what if it does? But first, let's look at last season. They win La Liga, 88 points over Real Madrid's 84. They scored 102 goals compared to Real Madrid's 78. They only suffered 39 goals as well. Everything was on the up for Barcelona. But now going into season 2, can Flick do it again with Nico Williams? Nico Williams from Atletico Bilbao to the Spanish Giants Barcelona. It's official. They took 105 million with a sell-on clause of 25%. It's crazy money. I don't think Barcelona's dishing out money like that in real life, I'm being honest with you. I'm not sure if their financial situation is up for something like that, and I'm not even sure if they need to with the team they have already. Obviously, the team has holes, but they were pretty darn fantastic. Now, we have this huge dilemma on our hands. Lamine Yamal on the right, obviously, but Rafinha's on the left, and Nico Williams plays the left. So will the game actually let him play if we don't move on from Rafinha? I know Barca fans are not going to want to see Rafinha leave. There's no way people are going to want to see Rafinha leave. But the truth is, Lamine Yamal is a beast. And Nico Williams is a beast. And you just paid a lot for I guess you could do like that. Rafinha cam, Nico Williams left mid, Lamine Yamal right mid, De Jong, and it's a very nice option. Dani Olmo to the bench, which is kind of crazy, but that's a very nice option. I mean, this is a possibility right here. This is a massive possibility. Now, the game says they don't like playing here, even though this is where they play in real life. This is the formation. I don't know why it does this, but that's just EA being EA. That's their ball knowledge, unfortunately. But that is what the lineup, I'm keeping everything the same. That's how they ended the season, right? They ended the season with Koundé, Araujo, Kubasi, Balde. Let's change a few things, actually, because we know that, where's Ter Stegen? Okay, we know Ter Stegen's going to be starting. We know that for sure. And we also know that who's the starting center back? Do y'all think the starting center back is actually going to be Araujo next season? Because he kind of fell off a little bit in Barca fans' eyes. I don't know. Maybe that is going to be the starting. Koundé, Araujo, Kubasi, Balde, De Jong, Pedri, Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal. Why do I feel like there's a center back missing here? Oh, Garcia. Garcia was kind of playing a lot, wasn't he? Wasn't Garcia getting a lot of PT? For Barca, I'm pretty sure he was. Either way, that's how we're going to line up, because that's the way the game had them lined up. Flick's second season. Let's see what they can do with Nico Williams. Will he play? Will he put up goals? Do they even start him? That's the biggest question. We're going into season number 2 under Flick. Games to kick off. It's going to be, they got a big game against Villarreal. They got Atletico Bilbao, Nico Williams' ex-team, and also Valencia. So a tough little schedule to kick the season off. Let's see how it goes. The season started off very interesting. Now, the real interesting part is it didn't really show me man of the matches, which is upsetting. Let me get into this, though. De Jong is going to get man of the match for Barcelona against Villarreal, where they win 3-1. Then they lose, and obviously not a man of the match performance for anybody on Barca's team as they take their first loss of the season. Bounce back with a big win, 4-1 against Atletico Bilbao, Nico Williams' ex-team. And also, I would imagine a Barca player got man of the match, but did not show us. And then against Valencia, they win 2-1. And again, they didn't show us who man of the match was. So for the month of August, I wouldn't say a terrible start, but you would like to see Barcelona not lose a game. Big games coming up: Real Sociedad, Atletico Madrid. They also got Rangers and Spurs in the Champions League. But before we get into that type of action, we must find out, did Nico Williams actually get PT, or did the game do what the game does often and bench the player we want to start? Let's find out. First one with appearances, we got Ter Stegen, Koundé, Balde played all 4. Let's go, Balde. Balde played all 4. Also, Rafinha played 3. Nice, nice, nice. So it's working out. It's working out exactly how we wanted it to go. Let's see who the top goal scorers. Top goal scorer is going to be Rafinha with 2. And an assist for my boy Rafinha as well. Arrojo, Balde, De Jong, Pedri, Lamine Yamal, and Nico Williams all on 1, including Lewandowski and Victor. All having goals. A lot of spreading out the love here, man. De Jong with 4 assists, Balde with 2, and Lamine Yamal with 2. Wow, really good start to the season for our boy Frankie De Jong. Unbelievable. I guess we could check out the table really quickly if you guys want to. We can take a second. Why not check out the table, see what's going on? Real Madrid in first place with 12 points. My goodness gracious. That's the way we thought Real Madrid was going to start the season last year. You know, if Mbappe lands, you know, that's what we thought, but they did it. We'll see how it goes, though. Here we go. We're jumping into the second month of the second season under Flick. September. Big win 3-2 against Real Sociedad. First man of the match for Big Lewandowski of the season. A tie to Rangers, seeing the Rangers player get player of the match. You know, I forget what the guy's name is, but I think he was their right back or left. It might have been that, I forget his name, bro. I'm drawing a blank. I know his face, though. I'm just forgetting his name. Anyways, we move on to the next game where they win 3-1, and that's Pedri's first man of the match of the season. They tied to Atletico Madrid, getting Lewandowski another man of the match trophy. And for the first time this season, Nico Williams in a 1-0 win against Spurs, gonna see him raise the man of the match little prize. So very nice performance for Nico Williams. Very nice month of September. A tie in the Champions League, a tie in La Liga, but it is Atletico Madrid. Big month coming up with the Real Betis in October. Also Bayern, a mega clash between the two. And this looks like a lot of winnable games. Let's see if Barcelona actually wins the games they're supposed to. Month of October starts off shaky, bounces back, a little shaky, bounces back. Let's talk about it. Real Betis 0-0, and Real Betis goalkeeper gets the man of the match. Makes sense. Lewandowski drops another big performance, 3-2, big win back in La Liga, and they're back to winning ways. They didn't play Bayern, big game. They tied 1-1, and that's going to be a Mueller man of the match performance. And if I'm being honest with you, great result. I know they've tied in the Champions League twice already, but that's not a bad result against Bayern at all. Probably one of the favorites to win the Champions League every year. Rafinha in a 4-1 man of the match performance. Big against Girona. Very big man of the match performance right there. And against Espanyol, they win 5-3, dropping a Pedri masterclass, getting man of the match. 1 point behind Real Madrid is how it stands right now. Real Madrid doing amazing, and their defense is what's carrying them. As you can see, Barcelona has scored more goals, but they've suffered a lot. 16 goals suffered, so their defense really giving up a lot of goals. In the Champions League, we got Barcelona in 12th place. We got to get that up a little bit. Real Madrid's in 8th place, and taking the lead is going to be Juve and Arsenal in 1st and 2nd. Many games in the Champions League table still to go. Time to take a look really quickly at Nico Williams and his performances. Hopefully he's doing better. 14 games for Ter Stegen, 14 for Koundé, 14 for Balde, 14 for Nico Williams. Wow, he's getting even more playing time than Lamine Yamal at the moment. Even Lewandowski as well. Pedri with 13. Very nice. Top goal scorers. We got 5 for Lamine Yamal. Let's go, Lamine. 5 for Nico Williams. The friends are tearing it up together. Rafinha with 5 as well. Lewandowski with 5. 4 people with 5. Wow, that's crazy. They are sharing it, man. Sharing is caring. Top assist guy. De Jong, 5. Pedri, 4. Lamine Yamal, 3. Balde, 3. Dani Almo, 2. And Rafinha, 2. And Nico Williams, 2. So, we like what we're seeing, but we're gonna need more goals out these guys. We're gonna need that, right? And we're gonna need more assists from Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams. If I'm being honest, we gotta get Lewandowski more on the scoreboard and more assists for those lads. But we're jumping into November, where they play against another big game, Dortmund. So they're going back to back against German monsters, and also freaking Sevilla and Monaco, all in the same month of November. This one might be a tough one. I'm not sure what took place in November. I'm not sure, lads. They lose the first game 2-1. Man of the match performance goes to the other team. Dortmund ties 1-1 against them in the Champions League. Man of the match goes to the Dortmund player. They then bounce back in the Premier League. In La Liga, and Torres gets a man of the match. Sevilla beats them and takes man of the match. Monaco beats them, takes man of the match, and they tie a game to end off November, and the other team takes man of the match. This was a horrible November, and it's going to see Real Madrid really push away here, man. 7 points now for Real Madrid, and they just really fell apart. I'm not sure what happened. In the Champions League as well, kind of getting a little bit of that danger zone. Not that many games left in the Champions League. We really hope that Barcelona can turn this around, because Real Madrid will run away with this thing if we're not careful. They play Real Madrid as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I saw the Champions League games that remain. Many of these games are winnable. They should be winning it and should get them up the table. Here we go, though, man. This is a huge month. They got to bounce back strong. Even this month doesn't get better. Celta Vigo beats them 2-1, and they take man of the match there. They then lose or tie in the Champions League, which they really needed to win. They don't get man of the match. Nico Williams drops a great performance against Real Madrid and beats them 2-1. That was huge. And they win another game in La Liga, seeing Dani Olmo drop a man of the match performance. But lads, not good. They got Real Madrid in the cup, and they got a Marseille game that they must win, an Olympiacos game that they must win as well. This is a very, very crucial month, bro. The Super Cup, the Real Madrid in the Copa de España, they really got to have a great month of January. I'm not sure what's going on with the team, but they're really slacking right now. A better month, but still a bad month. They go out of Copa de España against Real Madrid, and that gives Vinicius Jr. man of the match 4-2. They come back in the Super Cup. They beat Atletico Bilbao. De Jong drops the man of the match. They win it 4-1. They play Real Madrid in the final, and that's where Jude Bellingham drops the man of the match, and they lose the Super Cup final, right? So Real Madrid's kind of sweeping them like what happened to Real Madrid this year against Barcelona in real life. Then Barcelona wins 4-0, getting a Pedri man of the match. They beat Marseille. I'm not sure who got man of the match. They beat Villarreal 2-0. I'm not sure who got man of the match. And they beat Olympiacos 3-2, and I'm not sure who got man of the match. That should save their chances of the Champions League. I'm pretty sure that saved them, and it did. They are, and pretty nice as well. They're getting a very favorable Champions League matchup. They also have Sevilla in the month of February, but we need to understand what's happening now. They did bounce back really good, and now they're, 5, 6, 7, 5 points behind Real Madrid. So just 2 games. That's not bad at all. Not bad. In the Champions League, they really bailed themselves out with the last 2 games because it was not going good for them, lads. Let's be honest with each other, man. Let's keep it real. We don't need to lie to each other. 13th place, all right? They didn't go, and by the way, they're getting a favorite matchup in the playoffs. They're doing playoffs, all right? They did not go through directly. Real Madrid did go through directly. Bayer Leverkusen, Juve, PSG, Arsenal, those teams all went through directly. Barcelona need to play to get to the next round, and hopefully they can do so. Let's see what's going on with Nico Williams. Is he scoring? What's going on? What's the problem? What's falling apart for them? Appearances. Nico Williams has 31, Balde 31, Conde 31, Ter Stegen 31, Pedri 30, Lewandowski 29, Lamine Yamal 28, Araujo 26, and De Jong 26. So all the starters are playing. Top goal scorer, we have Lewandowski with 11, Nico Williams with 10, Lamine Yamal with 9, 7 from Pedri, 7 from Rafinha. Nico Williams doing really well here at the club. Top assist guy is going to be De Jong. Nico Williams tied for top assist guy, 18 contributions and 31. That's really good. Dani Olmo 7, Pedri 7, Balde 5, Lamine Yamal only 3. We need more assists from him if I'm being honest. But realistically, all around, I would say the team has performed. They've gotten the stats. They're not getting the wins, which is really strange to me because everyone's putting up numbers. Everyone's performing. No one's not performing. Yet they're 5 points behind Real Madrid. Big month. They need to advance in the Champions League. Otherwise, we could see Flick get fired, which I just don't see happening in real life, let's be honest. So we're about to jump into more Champions League action as they went through, and they're going to be facing Arsenal in the Champions League. That's going to be tough in the round of 16 to get Arsenal early on. Very tough. I just am so confused. They win 4-2 against Sevilla, Dani Olmo man of the match. They win 2-1. Barca gets man of the match. I'm pretty sure they didn't show us who it was, though. They go into the Champions League, win 2-0. That's where Dani Olmo gets another man of the match, right? So Dani Olmo getting man of the matches. Is he starting over Rafinha? I'm not sure. And the reason it confuses me because they tied 2-2, which I don't understand how they're dropping points to a team. Like, they need to be winning these games, but it's Rafinha who gets man of the match here. So maybe Dani Olmo's not benching him. They win 2-1 in the Champions League again, and that's where my boy Torres drops the man of the match performance. They then beat Girona 3-2, and that's where Rafinha gets another man of the match. And it ends off with a Ter Stegen man of the match, player of the match, as they win 1-0 to get much better. February much better if you ask me. They go into March with Arsenal, Atletico Madrid. My goodness, this is tough. Espanyol, wow, this is a tough month. March is a tough month for them, bro. Very, very tough month of March. We need Real Madrid to have dropped some points for them to be back in the title race. Let's find out. 55 points for them. Yep. 5, 6, 7, 8. A 3-point gap now, and they still play Real Madrid one more time, I believe. A 3-point gap, all right? 3 points. Barcelona's problem this year, goal scores, they're killing it. But they keep conceding too many goals. 34 goals conceded. Maybe it is Araujo. I'm not sure. But somehow, some way, y'all are suffering a lot of goals, a ton of goals, a crazy amount of goals. I don't know how, but that's the way it's going down, unfortunately. I don't even know what to say. Good afternoon, Mr. Flick. We were here to inform you that the board has decided to relieve you of your duties as the manager of Barcelona immediately. Let me explain. They tied 2-2 against Arsenal. Martinelli got man of the match. They go up against Atletico Madrid and Sorloth. They tie 1-1. Sorloth gets man of the match. They play Arsenal one more time, and the game on aggregate ends 5-3. Martinelli got man of the match. They then win their following game. They won their following game, by the way, and Lamine Yamal got a man of the match. And after the victory, they sacked him. I understand it because they lost to Real Madrid twice, once in the Copa de España, once in the Super Cup, and then they lost to Arsenal in the round of 16. I get it, but the league was still open. Flick was a fantastic manager season 1. I think he's gonna be a fantastic manager season 2. And this is just EA's ball knowledge. Unfortunately, lads, I thought we could have a little bit of fun trying this out, but the way EA sees is that Nico Williams would be a massive distraction to the Barcelona team. Flick gets fired, unfortunately, and ends up, again, I took this job just so I can go over and see if I can look at player stats. Ends off, guys, they're tied on point. Barcelona gets sacked tied on point. He gets sacked when they're tied on points, bro. It potentially could have won this thing, and they sacked him tied on points. I know there's a game in hand, but come on, man. You sacked him on tied on points? That's just insane. But yeah, team stats, if I could go to that league, when I go overlook, it doesn't let me get to that league, I don't think. This is only the Champions League, by the way. So only the Champions League, only in the Champions League. It ended up Lamine Yamal with 5, Nico Williams with 3. So Nico Williams was performing in every competition, and they still sacked him, bro. That's so annoying. Europa League, seeing it goes back, so you can't see La Liga, unfortunately. That's annoying. Lads, anyways, man, EA Sports has it that Nico Williams is going to ruin the locker room and Flick's going to get fired because of Nico Williams signing. That's crazy. That's insane. That's gibberish. That's nonsense. Nico Williams would be a great addition to that Barcelona locker room. I'm upset that it ended like this. I'm very sad it ended like this, but this is the way it ends sometimes. It ends in a disaster because of EA Sports. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I think EA Sports went based off the logic that a lot of us went based off of. I know I did. They thought Real Madrid is going to run away with everything because Mbappe signed. But the reality is, it's not true. Barcelona's a fantastic team and are competing. And even in this, they were competing against Real Madrid. They were tied on points, bro, when they sacked them. It just doesn't make sense. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry about that. Nico Williams performed, by the way. He put up good stats. You guys saw before they got sacked. He was doing good stats. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time. Let me know in the comments down below who you want to see next. Booyah, baby. We out of here.